So hi everyone, this is Alice, currently a 4th year BTech student here at NIT Trichy. Today we have Krithik with us. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hello guys, I'm Krithik. I'm a final year student from the Department of Instrumentation and Control Systems Engineering. So I'm originally from Ooty, Tamil Nadu, and I'm excited to give this interview.
Okay, could you tell us a little bit about your, internship experience or like placement?
Okay, so I'm currently placed in Oracle as a software developer. Earlier, I interned at Razorpay, also as a software development intern. And even before that, I interned at IISc Bangalore, particularly in the Robert Bosch Center for Cyber Physical Systems, as a research intern working in the field of robotics, particularly leg locomotion.
I heard that you're a PCMB student. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like you got a really pretty rank in, NEET, and you left Aiims Delhi for NIT Trichy Aiims. Could you please tell us about this?
Okay, so long story short, so when we started our 11th and 12th grade, that was when COVID happened. So most of our classes were online. So at that time, I was really, there was nothing really to do. So all you had were your books, you were indoors. And so I was interested in the subjects generally, not really in NEET or JEE specifically, but rather the subjects. So I studied the subjects well, and I not really worry about what was going to happen after my 12th grade. So I just focused on learning, and I gave almost every single examination. I gave KVPY. I think it's no longer there, so I gave that, I qualified that, I gave a bunch of Olympiads and NEET and JEE, and towards the end, after I got the results, I kind of figured that I liked the engineering aspect much better compared to medicine.
What was your rank in NEET?
So in NEET, I scored 695 and my rank was 135, I guess, all India.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Like, why did you choose like ICE at NIT Trichy?
Okay, so with my preparations being done, I focus more on it rather than JEE. So I did not really get that much of a good rank in JEE. So my options in NIT Trichy were from mechanical onwards. So I had mechanical, ICE, chemical, prod, metallurgy, and etc. So why did I choose ICE at that point of time? It was purely because I had asked some seniors here. I had contacted some people I know. So I heard that ICE is a circuital branch, and it opens a lot of doors for you when it comes to placements and other opportunities and more and more. So that was the only reason I chose ICE in the first place.
Okay, like, did you know about ICE like before joining it, or discovered it later? Like,
so before joining ICE, so the thing about instrumentation and control systems is that it's not offered in a lot of colleges. It is offered in very few institutes, and even in IITs, I think it is offered only in IIT Kharagpur, something. So after joining ICE, I would say I learned a lot about the field. ICE is a very booming field in the industry per se, but not really with colleges though. So with ICE, almost everything from your aircrafts to air traffic control systems to your railways to your robots, the basic foundation behind control systems and robotics is what you study in this course. So after taking this course, I feel that this is a really wonderful course that more people should like opt to take and study. Yeah.
like a lot of people don't know about this branch. So like, could you tell me what exactly ICE is? Like, what are the subjects and what you guys study?
Okay, so generally whenever you ask someone about ICE, they tell you that it is a circuital branch. Yes, it is a circuital branch. On top of that, so let's say you compare it with other circuital branches. You have EEE and ECE. So in EEE, you have a bit more of the electronics and electrical parts coming in. You have your power lines, power transmission systems, and your AC, DC converters and all that. When it comes to ECE, you study more about communications. You have your antenna, you have your 5G, and all those sort of things. When it comes to ICE, you just study a different aspect of electronics per se. You learn about control systems. You learn about instrumentation. Instrumentation is nothing but measuring devices. So all your sensors, instruments in your laboratory, and let's say every single control systems which is like applied in your robotics, or rather in a lot of real world fields, even in finance, for example, derive their foundations from control systems theory. So it's a very famous field from the 70s and even before that.
Like, is ICE easier or harder than EC or EEE?
So one thing is, it's not really a lot different, ICE, EC or EEE. The thing is, it's totally the same. It's just separated into three different branches. So I would say in general, all three of these branches involve a lot of math, depending on which field or which domain you focus in. So you need to be technically strong. You need to have an aptitude, and you need to have the curiosity to like explore and learn and spend the time. So I would say it is as difficult as all the other circuital branches, and like I said, in the 70s, a lot of Russian mathematicians were the ones who like worked on this a lot. So the math is a bit more difficult in the control systems aspect.
Okay, so do ICE students get similar opportunities like EEE or EC people?
Yeah, so opportunities in the sense I'll offer it in two different answers, from placements and internships. And okay, so with placements and internships, I would say almost all software companies are open for ECE or EEE, open for ICE, right? And when it comes to electronics companies, right, almost all do, but certain companies do not open for certain roles. And it makes sense because you can't have a proper digital design role which is specific for ECE branches or EEE opening for ICE. But given that, I would say electronics roles are slightly a bit lesser compared to ECE and EEE. And when it comes to management, it opens for every department. It's the same. And core. So for ICE, you have specific core companies. You have petroleum and oil ONGC companies. You have like Hindustan Petroleum. You have IOCL, BPCL, and all that, which open for ICE.
Study mechanical subjects as well.
Yeah, so ICE in general is a very interdisciplinary course. Yeah. So yeah, you do study a lot of like few mechanical subjects which are like mandatory in your course, and on top of that you also have electives which include some mechanical subjects like engineering, mechanics, and all that. So yeah, it is pretty much.
Okay, so can ICE students go into software roles as well?
Yeah, yes. ICE students, not only ICE, I believe every department student can go to software roles these days. But with that being said, in placements, so almost all software companies open for ICE, which open for other circuital branches, but maybe non-circuital, not all companies open.
Okay.
Yes.
So how many students approximately go for the IT or software roles?
Okay, so let's say in my batch there were around 121 students.
Yeah.
So approximately around 40 to 45 went for software roles, and the rest go for like core and electronics, and a few go for like management.
So you're doing minor also in computer science. So could you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so in NIT Trichy, the minor system happens in such a way that you are able to take one course each semester from your fourth or third semester onwards, and you have to take 5 courses in order to finish your specific minor degree. So I've been doing my computer science minor from my 4th semester. So I've finished 4 courses, and this semester will be my last course. So yeah, a minor degree like really helps you like learn more about the field from the professors itself. So you get a taste of what the field is actually like instead of you just actually reading on your own. So it's a good experience.
So do you guys learn anything related to software in your ICE curriculum?
Okay, yeah, like I said, so ICE is very interdisciplinary, and so a lot of courses, few courses in general are similar with CSE, EC, EEE, and ICE, and after that you learn a lot more of digital programming, like more in the sense of like Boolean logic and circuit programming and all that, not languages in the general sense that you learn in CSE.
Image processing and all, is it there in your curriculum?
Yeah, so ICE also has biomedical image processing, which is very important.
ML and all.
You use ML, DL. Yeah. A lot of research goes on here, which involves machine learning, deep learning, robotics, and yesterday someone was doing radar-based missile detection and all that. So it's very interdisciplinary. ICE.
If someone wants software, like when they should start?
Yeah, so if someone knows that they want to do software when they enter the college, so I would say the right time to start is then itself.
Yeah.
Right. So let's say you're from the Department of Computer Science or any other department. So you don't necessarily learn all the skills that is necessary for a software role in your course itself, even if you are a CSE student. So you need to be proactive. You need to learn more on top, follow communities, follow online sources. With that being said, for placements, however, I would suggest very known frameworks, which is a lot of companies have their online test coding round. So that is purely just DSA, data structures and algorithms, and which is like common knowledge. There are a lot of courses.
Like
Shivers and
when one
discos.
should start the DSA, like in first year, like or second year, when
Yeah, so I would say DSE should start immediately. Right?
early, yeah.
You should start early. Like get familiar with all the concepts, make it sort of a daily habit. Once you learn everything, over time you can just keep revising it rather than trying to do it later on. So once that is done, you can focus on your CS fundamentals. If you're not from a CSE background, I would suggest you spend a lot of time learning the core theory subjects like operating systems, database
Yeah.
management systems, and that is where our minor courses help
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So we had courses on that, and finally, but most important of all, you should do your project seriously, right? In this age with AI boom and all that, the thing is, the kind of projects that were enough 5 years back or 3 years back are definitely not enough right now. There is a lot happening. People are building total apps over a single weekend. So you'll have to put in a lot of effort, stay up with the trend, and yeah, keep exploring.
Like what languages or skills should they focus on?
Yeah, so languages and skills, I would say. So you have one language, let's say, to do your DSA and all. Most people prefer C++, so that is fine. Apart from that, I wouldn't suggest you to like learn multiple languages or anything. Choose one language, stick to it, become a master in that language, right? Because every single thing which is present in one language is having its analog in another. There are certain language specific features, but that depends on the use case, right? So you will have different projects, and according to the project, you'll choose your stack. So I would say your skills would be to learn those fundamental skills which are general across all the different projects and stacks that you made.
Okay, can you tell like what are the career options like after ICE?
Yeah, so after ICE, you have like a whole array of career options. So you can do your software roles, or you can go down an electronics route. You can do your management roles, and core itself. You have a lot of different options. You have okay, let's say Bharat Petroleum comes. They don't just offer a single core instrumentation or control role. They offer 5 to 6 different roles. They offer even management roles within a core profile. They offer software roles in BPCL too, which not a lot of people are aware of. I feel that is a very important thing that people should note, that even ONGC companies require software developers and all that. So apart from that, going for research is also a very good option in instrumentation control systems, especially robotics related work, which is very rising right
So
now.
it is good for higher studies as well.
Exactly. For higher studies, it is a very prominent field. I mean, a lot of people, even in electronics and triple E or EC backgrounds, they go for highest in control systems and robotics and all that. So yeah.
So like if someone is getting ICE at an NIT Trichy or like EC Triple E at some in some mid tier NITs, so like what should they choose? What's your opinion?
Okay, so I would say, let's say, since it is a mid-tier IIT, I'm not
Even CSE
considering.
they are getting, so
Uh,
like what would you recommend?
okay, so the thing is, first, what matters is CSE or is any other specific brand something you really want to do? So, have you decided that this is what you want to do? Let's say you only want to do mechanical, or let's say you only want to do chemical, or let's say you only want to do CSE. So, does branch matter to you personally, or not? So in that case, you have your answer. You choose what you get, where you get. But if you're a person who's like not sure about what branch you want to do, but you just want to make the best out of your choices, I would suggest, if it is a mid-tier NIT, I would suggest choose NIT Trichy blindly, because here you have that network. You have the
Yeah.
network. You have the companies that come, and you have a lot of opportunities to do. You have your batch will push you to do much greater things, right? But I mean, if it is a good and I mean a better NIT like Tier 1 like NIT Suratkala or Barangal, I would suggest you take a triple E or EC branch there if that is what you want. But still, ICE is equally and I would say sometimes even better when compared to all the other NITs.
Okay. Could you tell us a little bit about the like placement scenario or internships?
Yeah, so for ICE department at Trichy, so in placements almost you get 100%, almost you get 95 to 96%
Yeah.
placement stats. That is the same across almost all departments.
And
Don't
average
take.
is also good, I think.
Yeah, average package is also good. I don't know the exact numbers, but yeah,
It's
the
good.
package is good, and a lot of people have got good offers. Personally, my friends, even I got placed in Oracle, and I know a few others who got placed in Visa, and SAP and Goldman Sachs.
ICE is considered a tough run. So how did you manage like academics or coding together? Like how did you manage?
Okay, so I would suggest the same approach for all different branches in NIT Trichy. What I would say is try to revise regularly, which saves you a lot of time. Almost everyone here in college, I would say, including myself in my last year, we study a day or two before the exam. But during my first year and second year, I tried to like at least revise once every weekend, I guess. I mean, after you finish 12th, I don't think anyone really cares about revising class notes, but it does make a lot of difference. I mean, because a lot of questions professors ask directly from their class notes, and if you do listen in the class, you'll easily be able to answer the question papers. So that's it for your CG. But apart from that, there are a lot of clubs too, so you make sure you get into the right club. So that way, that takes care of a lot of projects for yourself, so you don't have to spend your own time trying to build it. And in that manner, you'll be able to develop your portfolio. So it's much easier that way.
Thank you, Krithik.